Carl and Brrraaains here from Games, Brains and Head-Banging Life, gbhbl.com for short. And it is reaction time as we're going to be taking a look at Fragments, the first single from Kilonova's sophomore EP, Moment of Clarity. I'm going to explain and let you know as of the time of recording, I have listened, written and reviewed this EP. It is one of the best EPs of 2023, in my opinion. A 10 out of 10 stunner. You'll be able to read the words probably roughly around the same time as this video goes up. I just love this, and I really like this band. I've followed them for a while, you know, the mix of thrash metal with modern choruses, bit of infectious catchiness here, really does it for me. So I was like, you know what, man, we got to do one of these. We got to go to this. Fragments, as of the time of recording, is the only single available anyway, so it was the one we were going to do. And yeah, I figured I am confident. I like this track. Not seen a video for it, so that's cool. But I'm confident it's one of those where I'm like, yeah, I think Brennan will like this as well. But I'm intrigued because this is another young British band, not also following the norm of, hey, we're a post-hardcore band, I'm going to do this, that kind of same thing. So it's kind of like, all right, cool, let's give these guys some spotlight. Yeah, you aware of them, yeah?
Didn't stop some fucker writing this tune slaps in the bloody comments, though.
Did they? Stop saying slaps, people. It's outdated.
It looks like it's another band as well, so damn you, collapse of colour. I'm aware of Kilonova.
Yeah,
I do like them. I'd be surprised if I didn't like this because I like their style of music, you know, so I'm looking forward to the EP coming out.
Should say 5th of May. Didn't say when it was coming out. 5th of May. Yeah.
So this is hopefully right up my street if it's anything based on the debut. So yeah, you know, so this I would hope would be like quite kind of a safe bet for me, really, you know.
Yeah, if we were doing a battle reaction, this would be a safe bet. So let's check it out in 3, 2, 1, go.
Really look like the man from the Lorna Shore videos.
Okay. There's a Slayer fucking tribute. I don't know what's what. Well.
Indeed.
When that initial transition happened, when it kind of went from the old man to the band, I was initially like, okay, that old dude seemed a bit random, like it's a bit weird, like in a video kind of concept. But obviously, watching the full thing and
Yeah.
with the lyrical content combined, because obviously in the actual song you don't have that intro, you don't long intro or the outro, and you've just had the lyrical content. It obviously makes a lot more sense and a lot more powerful because of that.
Yeah.
Of course, what it's saying, what it's talking about, what it's showing, deep, meaningful, heartbreaking, of course, and so on. And thankfully mixed up, wrapped up in a really cool, thrashy, old school at times tribute to the likes of Slayer and so on, with that initial scream and just some of the drum patterns here and there, the chunky bits. But then you've got this clean voice, singing quite powerful. Obviously, Ellen Hill is an immense vocalist. It's got a catchy, infectious chorus that's almost outside of the thrash world to a degree. It's almost more metal, just like standard heavy metal kind of stuff. It's very, very infectious stuff, I think.
Yeah, it's a very good song. It's a very good song. Obviously, video wise and content wise, it's just a sad song. It's a sad song. I suppose it comes across very well in the video. I think the video is very well put together.
Yeah.
Considering there isn't like a billion things kind of going on in the video, it's just nicely subtly done, which I think is clever. Half of it sort of filmed with the gent in bed, but just the little blurs on the screen, the face is not being recognizable, that sort of thing. There's a really, really good version of putting something across. Riffs, it's got an old school kind of vibe without sounding old, but it doesn't sound retro. It sounds modern, but it's got it harks back to, I don't know, there's loads of little bands like kind of coming up in your head, all the sort of new wave of British heavy metal, some of the thrash bands, Creators, people like that. Chorus is catchy, musically really, really good, and great vocals as well. So it's kind of what I was hoping it would be. I guess if anything, not because I didn't think they would have it in them, but the bit that's probably surprised me a little bit was the depth of the song, like the content behind it, the meaning behind it. Not because I don't think that they do stuff like that, but just I don't know, maybe just my own mind frame. Like it's gonna be a high powered, fast, energetic sort of thrash song, and because of the way it kind of kicks in, I guess that's where I've sort of settled myself, and it still is, but it's just a lot deeper than maybe I'd cut my mind frame in for.
I think it's a fair point. I think it's a fair way to put it. I think even without the video, people probably take different things from it to a certain degree, but I think it's got a very pointed story when you look at the video as well. And you are right, you wouldn't necessarily think you'd high powered, particularly if it's the first single from it. Might be high powered, energetic, just want you to get your head banging away and get you moving in that aspect. It's weird because Fragments is, while I think the song is immense and I think it's a great song and all that, weirdly, it's not the best song on the EP in my personal opinion. So it's kind of like when I was like, oh, let's do a single from it. It was like, there's still not available. We'll do that. And it was glad we did because of the video and the content. It's almost left me a little bit depressed, a little bit like,
it has that kind of effect. It's kind of a strange effect in a way, because to be honest, part of me, like with the song, if I try to say I wasn't watching the video and wasn't paying attention to the lyrics, I might accidentally describe this song as like a really fun, energetic number. And I feel like I shouldn't say that now a little bit. Like I feel like it deserves, a deeper kind of explanation that actually it is still those things, but it's got like a strong kind of meaning behind it. It's got important concepts being discussed.
If you do want to switch off and you want to block out the lyrics, I think that'd be hard because the voice is quite clear and the mix is quite strong and so on. But if you were able to do that, you could enjoy it in a head banging, energized, as you say, couple of minutes track. But the other aspects are really hard to overlook. They really, really are.
Absolutely. It's going to be like, it's obviously it's content that a vast amount of people will listen to and have some, personal story that they might connect to it with. So I can imagine this being quite an emotional track for many, many people who listen to it, which isn't in any way distance. I like, it's all the opposite actually. It's respect and well played. Like, you've done a really, really good job there. Musically fantastic, but the way that you portrayed, something that affects so many lives now, like, well done.
Yeah. Moment of Clarity, the EP is out on the 5th of May. This is Fragments taken from it by Kilonova. You got any thoughts that you know what to do? Let us know in the comments.
Thank you very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please help us out by giving us a thumbs up and hitting that subscribe button. If you really liked what you saw, consider donating to keep the website and channel running by buying us a coffee via our coffee page or picking up some merch from our Big Cartel store. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as via our social media, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, as well as listen to our interviews via SoundCloud, Apple Music and Spotify. Just search for GBHBL. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?